Well, it was bound to happen.
We went over our budget in Panama City, Panama.
Yeah, we'll go through all the numbers. Stay tuned.
Hello, we're the Pottages, and we're not home right now. I'm Dawn.
And I'm Greg.
And we're in beautiful Quito, Ecuador.
And we're here to talk about our budget from Panama City, Panama. We spent 29 days there.
So let's get started with the budget. So what did it cost to get to Panama City? We were getting off of the Carnival Magic. We took a shuttle that we had prepaid for from the Port of Miami to the Miami airport, which was $24.
And then we flew from Miami. We paid $620.67 for 2 tickets.
And then when we arrived at the airport, we contacted an Uber driver. He took us to our first hotel, which was $26.18.
Giving us a total of $670.85. The thing that's different in the budget this month is that we're calling it a budget. Because we actually, now that we have a few months under our belt, we have an idea of what spends are going to be. And so we sort of set target amounts for each of our categories and a target amount for our total spend. So we basically are budgeting ourselves $500 to move between countries. And you might say, well, that seems pretty low. But the idea is to optimize the travel so that we have very short hops in between countries. Get on a continent, move around the continent, don't do a bunch of stuff jumping back and forth across the ocean. So we'll see how that goes.
Next, we're going to talk about lodging. We stayed at 3 different properties.
We shared the love here. So we stayed at a Wyndham, we stayed at an IHG, and we stayed at a Choice, because those are the 3 brands that we had very specific status goals for 2024.
Our first day was at the Ramada Panama Central. We stayed 7 nights, and it was $532.95. The review is currently up for that hotel.
We paid a cash rate for that hotel, and the reason for that is because we ran out of points. Next up is the Holiday Inn Panama, Distrito Financiero, very nice. We spent 16 nights there. Pay for that with points, but we did 12 nights on Dawn's account, 4 nights on my account. With those 12 nights, Dawn was going to get to her 40-night level to get her lounge access in 2025, and my 4 nights will roll forward to 2025, so it just worked out better to do that.
Total points that we used for the 2 stays were 175,000 at half a cent each. That's $875. The Ramada. Are you done?
Wilbur. And the third place we stayed was the Radisson Hotel Panama Canal. This place.
I like that place.
This place was. It was all right. I mean, you're down by the canal and there's nothing around there. I mean, you got to Uber wherever you want to go, but it was a really nice hotel. They treated us well there. We were there for 6 nights. This is a Choice property. If you were with us back in August when we tried to do the Choice status match to get diamond status and we failed miserably, this is our redemption. Mm-hmm. This will get us to our 40 nights to get the Choice diamond status.
So for the Radisson, 6 nights, we paid a cash rate, $493.61.
And again, with the Radisson, we paid a cash rate because we didn't have any more points left. And we're going to do a video about Choice points, and spoiler alert, we did not buy any Choice points, and that's why we ran out of points.
So our total for 29 nights was $1,901.56. And we were under our daily budget, averaging $65.57. Next up, we're going to talk about food. We like to eat, and we love to try new food.
Yeah.
So our dining out for the month was $1,015.56.
I love meat on a stick from a guy in an alley, but we really like fancy dinner. And I know it's our downfall, and I know it's a budget buster every single month.
But we try to balance it out. We do go to the store, we buy groceries. We spent $187.29 on groceries for the month.
All right, final category is meal delivery. When we are feeling lazy or it's bad weather, we just love having food delivered. It is fast, it is easy, and it is cheap. We had a ton of food delivered, $147.71 for the month.
So the total amount that we spent on food for the month was $1,350.56. And we were a little bit over our $40 a day budget. We spent $46.57 a day.
Next category is transportation. As usual, no car rental. In Panama City, we never seemed to be in a good location for the train. I know you can take buses for cheap in the cities, but I don't know. We're just not bus people. So we ended up Ubering everywhere because Uber's cheap.
$129.46 on car service.
That works out to only for about $4.50 a day.
Other entertainment, we spent $98.33.
We went to the Miraflores Locks and we did the Panama Canal Museum IMAX experience, which was pretty cool. Narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also went to another museum. It was just a...
In Casco Viejo, there's a museum that goes through the history of the Panama Canal.
Retail, $34.52. I think we bought some clothing and some miscellaneous items that we needed, like some cables and stuff, batteries, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Services, $48.50. We did splurge one day and have somebody do our laundry for us. That was $25. And then a couple loads of laundry that we did ourselves.
So our total in this category was $181.35. Per day cost $6.25.
Infrastructure.
For our cell phones and data plan, $10.42 for both of us.
So U.S. health insurance, $77.65 for the period.
For credit card fees, we use roughly $2.50 a day. So for this trip, $72.94.
Totaling $161. Our infrastructure cost is a paltry $5.55.
We did have one-time expense. We had to get a yellow fever vaccine before we traveled to Peru. These cost $100 each.
And we did make a video about that process if you're in Panama City and find yourself in need of the yellow fever vaccine. In the United States, we looked at getting it before we left, and it was going to be like over $1,000 for the two of us. We'll have the link to that video below.
So we'll quickly run through our summary. You'll notice we have our numbers in the left column are what we spent.
We kind of struggle on how to present our budget numbers. We have a monthly budget number of what we want to be spending long term, but then we're doing our budgets by country, which does not necessarily correspond to a month in a given location. So what we've done is we've taken our budget amount for each of the categories and we've prorated it for the number of days in country. Real quick, I can run through that. Lodging, our budget is $70 a night or $2,100 a month. Our food budget is $40 a day or $1,200 a month. Transportation is budgeted at $150 a month. The other category, including entertainment, retail, and services, is budgeted at $400. Infrastructure is budgeted at $150, and there's no budgeted amount for one-time expense because you can't predict that. So these are just the prorated amounts for 29 days.
So we've already gone through all of the categories. The only one that we went over was food. Total for the month was $3,923.93. So that was a cost of $135.31. It put us $3.31 over per day.
So those are all the amounts for 29 days. And if you make the adjustment for a monthly rate, the cost per month in Panama City in-country expense was $41.16, and our budgeted amount is $4,000. So our total budget per month is $4,500, which is $4,000 in-country and $500 in transit. And this is the first country that we've been in that we overspend. That's because we're just eating too fancy.
If you enjoy our math content, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe.
Down below in the description, we have a treasure trove of links for sign-up offers for credit cards and the phone service that we use and all that kind of stuff. So go down there, dig through it. There's some nuggets in there. You can get some discounts and free stuff, and we get some kickbacks for everybody that clicks on these things. Panama was definitely more expensive than Southeast Asia. Everything is. But looking forward for our next couple of stays over the winter in South America, we already have all of our hotels booked and we already have all of our travel booked and everything. And the rest of our time in South America, we are pretty confident that we're going to be pretty well under budget, so we don't feel too bad about overspending in Panama. So until next time,
Happy travels.